And we are live. Good afternoon, future CMU Chippewas. My name is Kayla Harper Bates, and I am the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Central Michigan University. I am a proud two-time alum of Central that is fired up forever and one that believes maroon and gold. We would like to thank you for joining in with us today to our first Fire Up Friday, where we will be featuring new student orientation and then the Office of Residence Life. During this live stream, feel free to post your questions that you may have in the comment section below. I have my fellow admissions colleagues, Patricia Young, Katherine Ransenberger, and Brandon McDonald, who will be there to provide answers to your questions throughout the session. Additionally, we will have a question and answer session at the end. Our goal is to get all of your questions answered today, but also bring CMU into your home virtually. Ready? Let's kick it off. First, we will start with new student orientation. Welcome to the screen, Alex Kappas, Associate Director of New Student Programs. Alex?
Hey, thanks, Kayla. So excited to share with new students and families what makes the experience here at Central so special. All right, so what happens at new student orientation? I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview here. As Kayla said, my name is Alex Kappas. I serve as the Associate Director here in Central Michigan University's Office of Student Success. Over my shoulder here, you can see a picture of my wife. She's a proud CMed College of Medicine student, and I'm zooming in here from our home office. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about what to expect here at Central Michigan University. So what makes the new student transition to Central so special? It starts with this. It starts with the engagement that our admissions colleagues have since August. They've been engaging with you, and throughout this spring, we're going to be hosting these Fire Up Friday programs virtually, zooming into your home and providing you with really helpful information, tips, and really trying to figure out all the great things that CMU has to offer. So it really starts with you engaging with us, and you can do that here at Fire Up Fridays. Next step in your process is new student orientation. So new student orientation is our required one-day program for transfer students and new freshmen. And it's an incredible experience. You're going to be able to meet with mentors, academic advisors, talk with faculty, and that's really your first required step in the onboarding experience. And that's what we're going to talk about primarily today. After new student orientation, we have optional but strongly encouraged programs, Impact and Leadership Safari. These are optional, but over 80% of our new students opt to do these programs. So Impact is a 2-day mentorship-based program designed specifically to meet the needs of first-generation college students. So those are students who are the first in their family to make that step into higher education, as well as students of color. Leadership Safari is a 5-day leadership conference where you're going to meet with all different kinds of people in small groups. You're going to hear from leading experts about leadership development, and that starts at Leadership Safari. You get to move into your residence hall early, even before classes start. So these are nationally renowned programs here that we deliver right on our campus at Central Michigan University in August, right before classes begin. Then we have new student convocation. So what you see in this image is our really beautiful McGurk Arena, and what you see is a stage there. What's really incredible about new student convocation is that it's the start of your academic journey. You're going to hear from our president, you're going to hear from our provost, you're going to hear from prominent alumni who are going to usher you in officially as CMU students. And that same stage that you see at new student convocation, you're actually going to walk across it in 4 years at graduation. So we really believe in powerful experiences to really create a great memory for you, but also to help get you fired up for the academic start of the year. And that occurs on the Friday prior to classes starting. Then we have Campus Life 101, which also starts that Friday prior to classes beginning. And this is a series of programs that you actually attend with your classmates, your residence hall classmates, and you're going to learn about campus safety. You're going to learn about diversity and inclusion. And this Campus Life 101 series will get you settled in and ready to go as we start off the new school year. So, as you can see, the journey doesn't stop there. We also have what's called Central Welcome. It's a month long signature event listing of all the things that are happening on campus that first month that you get onto campus. So we really believe that your transition, your orientation to Central Michigan University, it's not just one program. Here's your class schedule and send you on your way. We're here to build a relationship with you. We're here to help you get connected to great mentors, to faculty, to staff who are going to really help you along your way all 4 years as you get through your degree here at Central Michigan University. How do you get your journey started? Well, you've got to register for orientation. So following the end of today's program, we encourage you to visit cmich.edu/orientation. That's where you'll pay your enrollment deposit, you'll complete your academic interest profile, and select your orientation date. And you'll also be able to register family members for orientation. So we've got a whole slew of dates all throughout the summer for you, beginning in May for freshmen, all the way through June. It's kind of our peak orientation season. We do offer some orientation sessions in July and August as well. And so you'll get to pick your date on our website. Additionally, our transfer students, your orientations start just in a couple weeks here with our April 14th session all the way through July and August. Just a note for folks is that those first orientations are being held virtually as we all navigate our current situation and the crisis facing our communities. So we're here to help you keep moving forward and get settled in here at Central Michigan University. So you might be wondering, okay, well, what happens at an orientation? So this is where you're going to receive that formal introduction to CMU. You're going to learn about all of our academic colleges, the depth and breadth of our majors and minors. You're going to talk with faculty, you're going to meet staff, and you're going to build connections with other students, orientation mentors who are going to be there in your corner all along the way. You're going to become familiar with the plethora of student resources available to you as a student. You're going to get your central ID cards. You'll be official and you'll be able to um, get into all the access that that central ID card provides. Additionally, you're going to build a draft schedule of your entire academic class year. So you're going to work with your academic advisor at orientation, and you'll leave orientation with a draft schedule. Additionally, we offer financial advising. So as you can see, there's a lot offered at your orientation day. As I mentioned, it's a great opportunity for you to explore our academic colleges. Right now, some of you might know exactly what you want to do and be and what career you want. And for some, you're still trying to figure it out. And no matter where you are on that spectrum, we're going to get you started at orientation. You'll have a chance to explore one of our academic colleges, get to talk with faculty in that area. And our academic colleges house all of the majors and minors. So some of you beyond orientation might actually interact with more than one college if you have a major in one college and a minor in another. So it's a really great opportunity at orientation to get that introduction to our academic colleges. Families, we might have some families here at our Fire Up Friday virtual event. Families love orientation too, so we encourage you to attend your students' orientation as well. Parents and supporters, you have been there all along the way, helping your student get to where they are today, and we see you as a valuable partner in this journey. And so what we have is a program that runs concurrent to your students' orientation, and we have all different presenters and a whole lineup of resources for you to learn how to be the successful parent of a successful CMU student. So we encourage you to attend your students' orientation if you're able. Speaking of parent and family services, we have an entire department dedicated to you. So if you visit CMISH/parent and family, you'll be able to view our newsletters. You'll be able to gain access to important websites and phone numbers. We also have your very own Facebook group for CMISH parents and supporters. So there's the link there, facebook.com/groups/CMISH parents. And there's all kinds of ongoing dialogue there and great opportunity to connect with other parents and supporters. And we have dedicated staff on that Facebook group who are able to answer your questions. So, some of the frequently asked questions we get about orientation. When is check in? So, check in begins at 8 a.m. in the Bovey University Center. And what we have is what we like to call a soft start. So, you actually will check in, you'll be able to go into a fair, get to interact with dozens of departments. The formal program ends at 4 p.m. So, you want to make sure that you account for the entire day and plan to be there for the entire day. If your plans change, if you have family circumstances that come up and you need to change your date, that's totally okay. All you have to do is call us, and there's our phone number right there on the screen. What should you bring to orientation besides a positive attitude and being fired up? Well, comfortable clothing. I always recommend comfortable shoes. We're going to get you moving around campus, and it never hurts to bring an umbrella. We do live in Michigan. There could be rain here and there. So definitely come prepared with a water bottle and a positive attitude. We're excited to have you at orientation. What if you're already registered for your orientation, might you ask? Well, we encourage you to keep up with us on your new cmish.edu email. So many of you are high school students and maybe haven't been expected to keep up with email as a high school student, and that's okay. We want you to get into the practice of gaining that professional skill set of using your email regularly. And all of you now have an official CMU email account. And so we're going to be sending you notices and updates there, all kinds of helpful information. Additionally, between now and your orientation, we encourage you to follow up with scholarships and financial aid, as well as our billing office to really start to get the ball rolling, if you haven't already, on your financial aspect of having a financial plan. And again, we're here every step of the way to help you figure everything out and make sure that you're good to go. Now, Alicia here in a little bit, she's going to hop on and talk to you all about housing and residence life. So I'll save some airtime for her to talk about that. You also want to think about initiating accommodations with student disability services. If you would like to continue continuity of care with mental health services, these are all things that you could be checking off of your checklist before you make that start here at Central Michigan University. Additionally, you'll want to make sure that your high school transcripts have been sent to CMU, your final transcripts, and then you'll be getting an email to upload your student ID photo. You get to pick your own student ID photo. There are some parameters though, so make sure that you follow the instructions closely on how to upload your student ID photo. And we'll have that ready to go for you so you can be an official CMU student with an ID. So again, it's really, really important that you make the most of this transition. I know we're living in a really unprecedented time, and a lot of you are on stay at home, stay safe, stay home orders. So utilize this time while you're home to build up your checklists, make the most of your transition. CMU is up and running. As you can see, we are all working virtually. We're here helping students every single day. Love my job, and I'm here to help you in your transition to Central Michigan University. So I want to pause for just a little bit and see if we have any questions that have come in specific to orientation. Kayla is going to field questions here at the end of our Fire Up Friday session, but we'll want to pause to see if there's any burning questions from folks.
Perfect. Yes, Alex, we do have some questions coming in. Again, as you said, continue to post right now. We'll go ahead and answer a few of those. Our first question comes from Amber. Amber wants to know, is it better to attend orientation earlier or later in the summer?
Excellent question, Amber. So there's really no preference from our end, and there's no advantage to attending a session in April versus August. Obviously, if you're available and ready to go ahead and register for whatever session works for you and your family. There is a myth out there that signing up for the earlier sessions, that you're going to have some kind of advantage. We want to provide a consistent experience no matter which orientation you go to. So definitely whatever works for your family is going to work for us, and we're excited to have you. Our staff are pumped to have you on campus. So definitely pick the one that works best for you.
Great. Eli asks, have any orientation dates changed?
Great question. So our first four transfer orientation dates have moved to virtual orientation. So the date hasn't changed, but we are providing a virtual experience in recommendations from public health officials. So April 14th, April 21st, May 1st, and May 8th. So if you're a new transfer student coming in to Central Michigan University, just know that you should be checking your email with instructions there. You'll get further instructions about logging into your virtual session, setting up a virtual appointment with your academic advisor. As for our May 26th and summer orientations, we are monitoring closely directives from our state and local officials, and definitely will notify you if there are any changes in terms of an in-person experience versus a virtual opportunity to engage. Of course, those students, I failed to mention, those students who registered, those transfer students who registered for those 4 spring sessions absolutely can schedule for a later summer orientation date at this time. But we're going to keep the ball rolling. All of the dates that are out there are the dates that we're going to hold orientation this summer. And we'll continue to keep you safe. That's our number one priority. Keep you safe and also keep you in the pipeline in terms of knowing how to get started here at Central Michigan University. And we want to meet you where you're at, which for those transfer students in April and May, you're at home now. So we're going to meet you at your home and provide you with a really great experience online.
Awesome. We'll take one more question live. Kylie Go Lightly asks, when it comes to scheduling, is everything done there on campus or should you already have classes picked out?
Oh, that's a really great question. So, definitely, you do not have to do any class picking out before you come to orientation. What you're going to do is, as part of your registration process for orientation, you're actually going to complete an academic profile. So, if you've already registered, then you've already completed that academic profile. Our academic advisors are using all that information that you gave to us, and they're building a draft course schedule that you'll get to review at orientation, and then you'll get to make changes to it at orientation. I mentioned that you're going to get a draft of your schedule. Even once you leave orientation, you can make changes to your course schedule all throughout the summer. You can meet with academic advisors after your orientation date. So I want to relieve any of that stress and pressure that you have in terms of I need to have the exact class schedule set and ready to go. That's definitely I can empathize as a planner and somebody who wants to be on top of things. I can empathize with you. But to ease your anxiety there, there's really not much that you need to do in terms of picking out classes or anything before orientation. All that's going to happen on your orientation day, in your meeting with your academic advisor, and then all throughout the summer, you're going to have opportunities to continue to tweak, um, make that perfect class schedule. So, great question. At this time, what I would encourage is definitely some of that self work, really starting to think about what do I want to get out of my college experience, right? So, a major doesn't have to define your life, it doesn't have to define your career, and you've got plenty of time to declare a major. You actually don't declare a major until 56 credits. So, at Central Michigan University, we really do offer you the world. We have every single discipline, every single area of expertise under the sun. And you might come in thinking that you're one major or that you're going to do a particular career. And you might attend one lecture that changes your life and changes the trajectory of where you want to go. And that's the beautiful thing about CMU is that we have such a wealth of opportunity, but you're supported every step of the way. So, great question. Definitely start to do some of that self work. Think about what goals you want to get and accomplish here at CMU. And that way you can come to orientation prepared to talk with an academic advisor about what your goals and interests are as they help pick out your course schedule. The great thing is you will leave orientation with your full first year of classes mapped out, which is really, really exciting. And then you can focus on getting your books and getting ready for your first college classes here at CMU.
Thank you, Alex. Such good information, you all. Who's fired up for orientation? Let me see the comments below. Don't forget to register if you have not done so already. And just a friendly reminder, please continue to post your questions in the comment section below as we go throughout the live stream. Next, we will have Alicia Norman, who is the coordinator of marketing and residence hall assignments at CMU. Alicia?
Thank you, Kayla. I can't wait to talk about living on campus today with everybody. I'm going to bring up that slideshow now so we can get going. So good afternoon, everybody. Like Kayla said, I'm Alicia Norman from the Office of Residence Life, and today I'm going to talk to you about what living on campus is like. So at CMU, you get to create your life at Central. You decide. So you have the choice of one to three roommates. We have 4 student success centers, 8 different housing options, 10 living learning communities, and then 22 residential communities. We have countless options here at CMU. So we have living learning communities on campus. So what are those? We refer to those as LLCs. So it offers students an opportunity to live in a residence hall where they share this residence hall with people during classes with the same program, and they allow them to do study opportunities together. But each community has a spirit all of its own. So this environment surrounds students with their friends whom they achieve mutual success. We have everything between business all the way to science and engineering. And then we have a special community just for our transfer students. Every 2 years, we do a satisfaction survey for our residents in our residence halls. And they focused on the LLCs in these questions right here. So one student said it allowed them to be a part of a community that encouraged academics, but it also allowed them to not feel pressured to be someone they were not. It allowed that person to focus on their studies while they were in that community. So online, so this is where you're going to do your housing application. It is a two-part process. And like Alex mentioned in his presentation, that once you pay the 175 enrollment reservation deposit, you will be sent the residential community living guide virtually to your CMISH email that he reminded you to check. So definitely check that. Our office and all the other offices on campus will send you stuff there as well. But we also drop that in the mail. So we'll send that same guide into the mail for you as well. So right there on that picture on the laptop, this is what the housing portal will look like. So you log in with your global ID and password. The website is found on page 4 of the guide that you receive in the email and in the mail. And you're going to complete that first step of the housing application. So this is filling out your emergency contact information, picking your meal plan, and there's also a section for finding roommates. So these steps you can go back to. So we know that you'll find roommates along the way. Go back in. Maybe you want to change your meal plan. That is totally fine. So to log back in, change that meal plan. This is where you're going to do all of that information. So, roommates, how do you find these roommates? You may know people that you're coming from the same school and you want to live together. Great. You may meet people in this admitted student Facebook group. You may meet people in our roommate search in our housing application. So, right in the application, we have 2 options. So, the roommate search is for when you know somebody. You're going to search by their name and then add them to your roommate group. But you also do a lifestyle preferences section of the housing application. This is where the suggested roommates comes into play. When you click that option, it's going to show you other students that have started their housing application. And it's going to show that you're 60% like this person or 80% like the other. And then you get to choose if you want to communicate with them as well. And then in the upcoming weeks, we're actually going to be sending an email to your CMISH email, and it's going to be Room Sync. So this is going to be an app that you get to create a profile for yourself. Add that major that you're thinking about going into, or add some of your dislikes and everything. You get to then swipe through people's profiles and then potentially find some roommates there as well. So when you find students in this Facebook group, or you find people on the Room Sync, you're going to want to log back into the housing application and then do the roommate search to find those students. So if you have roommates, create a roommate group. So the person who creates the roommate group is the group leader. And this is the person who will assign this group to a living space that has enough spaces for all to live together in a room on Tuesday, May 19th at 3 p.m. So this is back into the same housing application that you started all the first steps. This is where you pick your space. But if you don't have preferred roommates, please don't worry at all. This is not a problem. Just be doing that research of where you want to live on campus. That same Tuesday, you'll log in, search for the area that you want to live in, place yourself in a room. You may be filling a space. You might be picking an empty room, meaning that if someone else logged in looking for that same hall, they can then join your room. So, living on campus is not just living in a residence hall. Casey Wright, a senior from Oxford, Michigan, said living on campus allowed her to meet new people and different opportunities. We have no hidden costs, so everything is included in your room and board. So we have several different housing options to fit your budget, and that includes 4 different meal plans. We also have free laundry, so no swiping of cards, no bringing coins. You just bring your laundry detergent and you go right in there to do your laundry. So that also means not bringing your laundry home every weekend to your families. You get to do that right here on campus at no additional cost. We also include all your utilities, so that means you don't have to worry about that internet bill or that electricity bill. It is all included, so less things that you have to focus on other than your academics here at CMU. So we have free cable and internet. And then when you're also logged into the CMISH Wi-Fi, you can access the Spectrum app on any of your smart devices. Now, to also make CMU a little bit more affordable for you and fit your budget, you can also do a payment plan. So, what this will do is put your tuition, your room and board, and any other charges together into a monthly payment that you can have throughout the semester. So we are very excited that this upcoming year we have our new Carey Hall. So this hall, we have one hall or one floor of this hall reserved for incoming freshmen and transfers, and it is just 2 students per this entire suite that you see up there. They have full-size beds. We have new desk chairs, new beds, new mattresses, new flooring. So all updated finishes. And because it is a just 2 students per room, there is a 15% additional room charge. So this first picture you see is the common space. So this is what you'll share with your other roommate. You'll see that the desks are provided and so are the chairs, but that micro fridge unit that you see over by the desk, that is something that you can rent through bedloft.com. And then that futon, you can actually purchase that through the same company. And when you rent the micro fridge, they actually will deliver that right to your room before you arrive. And with the bedloft futon, they will drop that off at a location right near your community that you will pick up and you can cart to your room. So 2 less large items that you can have to pack in your car for move-in. So here's just a quick picture of the bedroom that you share. So there's those 2 full-size beds that I mentioned earlier. So Angel Stallings, a senior from Detroit, said living on campus provided her with community and convenience. So that's a huge thing about our convenience, and it leads into our food. So we have dining locations and retail locations throughout our academic buildings and in our residential halls as well. So food, it's how we relax, relate, and reconnect. We have 15 dining locations throughout our campus. We have 4 different meal plans that I mentioned earlier, and these are comprised of meal swipes that you use in your residential restaurant, and then flex dollars. And those flex dollars are used from your CMU ID card that you get at orientation. And that is when you want to use it at any of the retail locations. So, like the Starbucks that we have in the UC on campus. You have the ability to change your meal plan throughout the summer by logging back into the housing application for no charge. And then at the beginning of each semester, we allow you to change your meal plan up to 4 weeks into the semester for a $15 charge. So if you're finding that you don't have enough meals or that you want to go to a plan with maybe some more flex dollars, you can change that up within those first 4 weeks. And you have something that's going to be served as early as 7 a.m. and as late as 2 a.m. right in your residential community. So you don't have to leave your community at all. You'll find something to eat at 7 a.m. all the way through 2 a.m. The process for students that might be managing allergies, don't worry. So on campus, we have a allergy-free zone right in that residential restaurant. So you'll see that when you walk in, this is going to be an area that is maybe has gluten-free items, dairy-free cheese options, almond milk, things of that sort, that you can feel comfortable that when you go to that allergy-free zone, you know you're going to be getting the food that you're looking for. We also have online menus. So if you go to the website, you're going to find that on cmucampusdining.com that there's online menus. So say you have that favorite meal that is usually served in your residential restaurant and you really want it that day, but maybe it's not served that day. Look at other different other residential restaurants and you can go over to one of those other areas and have your favorite maybe chicken nachos that day. You can also, with Net Nutrition, build your own plate. So look at all the nutrition values of each of the food items, and you can build that lunch or that dinner to fit your plan. We also have Healthy for Life program that will help you get, stay on track throughout the first few years on campus. We have special events throughout the year. So that picture that you see of everybody enjoying our harvest meal, you'll see President Davies right there. He's showing off his carving skills to all of our guests. So you'll see that throughout the semester, we will have specialty meals that are served. So watch your areas so you can definitely attend one of those events. So beside our student activity center, we have 2 fitness centers right in our residential communities. So we have a large one over in the Towers community and then one over in the east as well. But besides those 2 large fitness centers that you see right there, we have smaller ones throughout all of our other communities too. They hold 18 different group fitness classes. So these range from yoga to cardio drumming. They have some great programs, so definitely check those out. And these are all at no additional cost to you. One really unique thing here at CMU is we have our Care Advocate program. So these are licensed mental health professionals who work in each of our 4 residential communities. So they are right in your area that you can set up an appointment to speak with them directly. They also hold the Launch Project each semester. And what this is 1-hour interactive workshops that help to teach students how to take charge of their lives when they are for the first year all the way throughout their years on campus. So they do sessions to teach you tangible skills about maybe how to deal with loneliness or how to set those boundaries for yourself. We take safety and security really serious here at CMU. We have access control in all of our residence halls. This means that CMU ID card that Alex mentioned that you get at orientation, this is what you're going to be using to get into your building and onto your floors. We also have a multi-layered on-call staff. So this means your 24-hour desk staff. This is going to be a resident assistant, an inclusion assistant, a residence hall director, and an assistant director all on call at all times. We are very fortunate to have our CMU Police Department right here on our campus, and we have community policing officers to help bridge that relationship between our students and our staff with our police officers. Make sure you definitely enroll for the central alert system. This means that you will get text messages and phone calls about any important information that we need to get out to you right away. Your families can also sign up for this as well. And then when classes are running, we have a Safe Rides program. So between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m., these Safe Rides will take you to and from campus. So just between different areas on campus. So say you have a late night class and you don't want to walk back by yourself to your residence hall, use that app and get that ride back to and from your late night class. So in that same satisfaction survey, one student said it allowed them to be away from their parents, all while feeling safe and secure in their new home away from home. And 83% of our students in the survey said they were very satisfied, not just satisfied, but very satisfied with their safety on campus. Jonathan Hosey, a senior from Detroit, said living in an on-campus community uniquely enabled him to acclimate to his college life here at CMU. We do have a residency requirement that requires all first-year students to live on campus their first 2 years. And this really is what drives the student success for all of our students who live on campus. And then national research shows that students who live on campus achieve higher GPAs, are more connected, and are more likely to graduate. So here's our information. I know that was a lot all at once. Here's our phone number, so please don't hesitate to give us a call. There's our email address and our website as well. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are happy and waiting to answer all of those questions that you may think of throughout the year. So now I'm going to
Perfect.
open it up and maybe have some questions regarding residents' life and living on campus that I'd be happy to answer right now.
Great. Thank you, Alicia. So again, start posting those questions if you have any about residence life. I'll give you our first question from Savannah. How likely are freshman students to get their first choice of residence hall that they put down on the housing application?
That's a great question. So, in the housing application, those of you who have started, you'll see that there's a residence hall preference section. And this is what we will use. So, if someone goes through the housing application and does not select their own room on Tuesday, May 19th, this is what we'll go to then assign you to hopefully put you in one of your top choices. But you get to actually pick your own room. So, over this time, like Alex said, use this time to research and get ready for the semester to begin. Find that hall that you think would be perfect for you. Maybe you want to be at one end of campus or a different end. Look at those different options right on our website. We have all of our housing communities that you can click through based on our north, our south, our east, and our towers. So you're the one who gets to pick your hall that day. Now, I always like to say have a few different options in mind because what you'll do is it's like buying tickets for a concert. You're going to have that choice of what hall you're looking for. You'll click that, and then it's going to show you what options are available in that. So when you log out that day, you know where you're living.
That was great. We have another question from Haley. I was accepted into a living learning community. Is it correct that they will be assigning my roommate?
Haley, that's great. You will love it. We have some great opportunities that we've joined with our academic partners here at CMU. So you will be assigned. So that is correct. So fill out that first part. So that is doing that emergency contact all the way to picking roommates. And now your roommates do need to be a part of that living learning community. So if as long as they're a part of that same LLC, then we will do our best to place you together. So you'll be placed prior to that May 19th date, and we'll send you your assignment via your CMISH email.
All right. Well, Alicia, it looks like those are all the questions we have for now. Again, students, feel free to continue to post those questions, and we will address those during our Q&A. Fun fact, you all, when I was a student, I lived on campus all 4 years, and I loved it. I served as a resident assistant that Alicia was mentioning earlier for 3 years in the tower. So that was my home away from home for sure. I also had a job in the fitness center that she mentioned as well, and it was super convenient. I mean, I lived and worked in the same building. It was so much fun, and so many memories were made. All right, so let's go ahead and take things into the Q&A portion. I'm gonna upload that. All right, I see those questions beginning to come in. So before we jump to the questions, a couple of things. One, we will be hosting additional Fire Up Fridays every Friday in April. On April 10th, we will have our academic colleges in to discuss an array of majors and minors. As Alex mentioned earlier, we have over 200 majors and minors, you all. So even if you are undecided, you definitely want to tune in to that one to get more information. On April 17th, we will have a leadership safari and Impact join us and share why you should sign up for their programs. There are so many benefits like moving in early, making your first friends at CMU, and getting acclimated to campus before everyone else moves back in. I'm talking the sophomores, juniors, and seniors. You'll be the first ones on campus. And then finally, on April 24th, we will host a student panel with current CMU students. Do you have a question that you're dying to know? You want to get that real, true answer from that CMU student, right? That's definitely one you do not want to miss. They're all going to be great sessions, and we hope that you'll be able to tune in for them. Also, with all the questions coming in, I want to make sure that if you feel that you did not get your question answered or you have more questions, please look into these options in order to contact the Office of Undergraduate Admissions and get those questions answered. You could visit our website, you can send us an email, or additionally, you can call us. We're open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Another great option is to schedule a one on one appointment with us. Any of our admissions team will be more than happy to answer the questions that you may have. All right, let's jump into the questions section.
So, Kayla, there are a lot of students who want to know about Leadership Safari. So, I mentioned Leadership Safari in my presentation. It's that really incredible 5-day leadership conference. And some of the questions are, can I sign up? Yes, you can sign up. We want you to sign up. If you go to cmish.edu/leadership and just click through there, you'll be able to sign up. That's also the place where you'll be able to sign up for Impact, should you want to do that experience as well. But I cannot stress enough, Leadership Safari is truly transformative. You have a Safari guide. So there are over 300 Safari guides who get trained in leadership development. You're going to go through all kinds of activities, problem solving. If you go on to the Central Michigan University YouTube channel, you can actually watch the past year's Leadership Safari videos just to get a feel for it. I know that some folks watch those videos and they might think, I'm a little more introverted. I don't know if it's for me. I promise you, it's for everybody. It's for transfer students, it's for freshmen. Leadership Safari is a really great program. And like I said, Impact is also an incredible program. These are really great opportunities. They're optional, but they're encouraged. And I think they're some of the most unique programs that I've come across in my 10-year career in higher education. So highly encourage, register for Leadership Safari today, and registration will remain open all the way through August. So go ahead and get registered for that. They'll start sending information and get you pumped up for Leadership Safari.
Perfect. All right, we have a question for the panel. Um, the question is, what is your favorite thing about CMU?
Where,
That's a really good
That's
question,
a great
where to
question.
begin?
I
right?
know.
Oh my goodness. Alicia, you should start. I think you
Yeah,
should take this one
Okay,
first.
so like Kayla, I am a proud alum of CMU and I am always fired up, like she mentioned. But just to kind of piggyback off of what Alex was just talking about, that leadership safari, I was very introverted when I first started CMU, and I still am in touch with those leadership safari family members and my guide. So with that, it's just community. You have that instant sense of community when you walk on this campus. So I really hope that you can see that as well. But that's probably one of my favorite things. And going from a student all the way to a full-time staff member, I still feel that sense of community. When you're going to your classes that first week, don't feel afraid to ask any of us you see walking on the sidewalks, hey, where's my class? I can't find it. Please ask us. We are, so happy to help you. So it's just that community here at CMU.
that's a great answer. Alicia, I'm going to have to copy that same answer. That's my favorite thing about CMU. Coming on campus, feeling that energy, that positivity. Even as an alum myself, I was in the airport and I had on a fanny pack that said "Fire Up Chips," and I was getting all
Chocolate.
types of fire ups back. And it's that love, that family that you get not only on campus but even in the Metro Detroit airport.
Yes.
Alex, did you want to add on to that?
Oh, absolutely. I would echo everything that Alicia and Kayla just mentioned about the sense of community and camaraderie on campus. It's tangible, it's palpable. The thing that I would say from a student perspective is my very favorite thing is that students are first. We are a student first university. Our president lives it. You will see our president eating in the dining halls. You can go visit Dr. Davies' office. And I think that that's one of the things that makes this place unique. The other is that we're a place that is going to challenge you to be your best self. And it's not about just getting in and getting a job once you graduate. Absolutely. We want you to go out into the workforce, pick the field of your dreams and make a difference. But it's that make a difference part that I'm really proud of at Central Michigan University. We're a place that really is about making our world a better place. And we see it, the students who graduate from Central Michigan University, they go out into literally every career imaginable, and they're difference makers. They are leaders. They are people who are pushing the communities to be better. And that begins at Leadership Safari, that begins at Impact, that begins at orientation, but it continues all 4 years. Leadership development being one of those key cornerstones of the university. We're one of the first institutions to have a leadership institute, which is a department completely devoted to you becoming a leader. And right now, you might be sitting at home thinking, I'm not a change maker. I'm sitting on my couch right now. But you will be. I promise you. You come to this university. This is a place where you're going to interact with the best faculty, the best staff who are there to help you and help believe in yourself, and then find out what kind of difference you are going to make in the world. So that's my favorite part. This is an education with a purpose, and that community that Alicia and Kayla talked about, it's unreal. It's definitely a unique experience for everybody involved.
Yes, it is. All right, we have another question from Taryn who asks, is there a bus or transportation system on campus?
Yes. There is. So iRide is our Isabella County supported transportation service. So if you go ahead and Google Mount Pleasant iRide, you'll be able to pull up all the maps there in terms of our bus and transportation system. And I know that a lot of students do rely on that. Obviously, our first year, our freshmen, you're living on campus. So you're going to be able to get around. One of the best things about our campus, you can get from the north end to the south end, I think 10-15 minutes if you're booking it. But I think that's one of the beautiful things about the campus is that as you're living on, it's really not much of a need to utilize the transportation service, but to get to the grocery store, or if you do live off campus in years 3 and 4 and you're living in an apartment complex, they have unique stops by a lot of those apartment complexes in town to help you get to campus. So definitely the iRide shuttle is the way to go.
Thank you. We have another question from Kamaria who asks, can you start your own club on campus? And Kamaria, that answer is yes. We welcome you to start your own club on campus. As Alex was saying, that's a leadership opportunity. Maybe you see something that you are like, hey, CMU needs this club. There are so many people who are interested in this one thing, and I want to bring it to campus. Why not? I can tell you, we have over 400, close to 500 student organizations currently on campus. And it arrays from a squirrel watching and feeding club to the Harry Potter club. I mean, to, you know, you have club sports as well. So if there's something you feel that you want to see on this campus, guess what? You are more than welcome to bringing and starting your own club on campus. All right. So at this moment, we are going to go ahead and wrap up. Again, if you have more questions for us, no worries. We are here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 to help. So feel free to reach out to any of our offices and we will be able to provide answers for you. Thank you all for tuning in. Please tune in to our next 3 sessions that we will be featuring on the following Fridays. And again, thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and most importantly, fire up chips.
Fire up.
Fire up, chips.